Well, joining us now is Ashwani Jain, a Democratic strategist and also the author of Project 2027, a plan for progressives to take back Congress. Ashwani, welcome back to Capitol Review.
Great to see you, Mark.
We're glad to have you. Ashwani, you're well aware that many Democrats say that the party historically caves in to avoid a shutdown. Do you think that the Democrats did the right thing this time? If so, why? If not, why not?
I mean, it's a sad situation, but yes, I do think Democrats absolutely did the right thing. Historically, as you mentioned, Democrats have been willing to compromise to protect everyday Americans from the pain of a government shutdown, but this time they drew a line, and I think they should have. You cannot keep giving in to political hostage-taking. Republicans control the White House, the Senate, even the Supreme Court, so this shutdown is 100% on them, regardless of the lies they keep trying to spin. Democrats are simply asking to extend the ACA tax credits so that families like yours and mine can keep affordable health care. That's not radical. That is reasonable and responsible governing, in my opinion.
Ashwani, you say that Republicans control the White House, the Senate, and some say even the Supreme Court. Do you think that that resonates with Democrats, and do you think that resonates with voters?
I mean, it absolutely resonates because it's the truth. Look, the last 3 shutdowns all happened under Republican. Donald Trump was calling the shots. Even he once said that problems start at the top, and if the government shuts down, it's on the president. And guess what? He was right. Whether the government reopens now depends entirely on what Trump wants. Democrats, like I said, are simply asking to extend the ACA tax credits so that families can keep affordable health care. Even Marjorie Taylor Greene agrees with that. Trump just refuses to. And I think the polls back it up. If you look at the latest Economist and Fox News polls, they show that Trump's disapproval rating is close to 60%. And it's no mystery why. His reckless trade wars have strengthened China instead of weakening it. His tariffs were just tax hikes on Americans. Its massive layoffs have happened, and it's crushed farmers. Add to that high inflation and high gas prices, voters can see for themselves that his policies are not working, and his tactics that have shut down the government are only hurting them even more.
Ashwani, can Democrats use this shutdown for the midterms? There's been concern among Democrats that their messaging just isn't strong.
I mean, elections are all about contrast, right? And with this shutdown, the contrast could not be clearer. Democrats are the party that has been trying to keep the government open and healthcare affordable, but they're in the minority. Republicans are the party that run everything right now, and they're shutting down the government over political theater. Voters are going to remember who stood up for them and who walked away. And in my book, Project 2027, I actually argue that Democrats win when we stop playing defense and actually start leading with the bold, progressive people idea first. That means expanding Medicare, lowering costs, and restoring trust in their government. And I think that's not only how you win elections, but that is how you rebuild democracy.
Ashwani, can the majority of Democrats, especially our elected officials, get behind Project 2027, at least the majority of those in the Democratic Party and the majority of Democratic lawmakers?
I mean, I hope so, and the book is getting a lot of great positive feedback from leaders within the party as well, because the entire premise around the book is to show Democrats, both elected officials and voters, how to fight back, how to rebuild trust, and how to take back Congress with a concrete, real plan. And it's realistic because it's rooted in what voters actually want: affordable health care, fair wages, reproductive freedom, and safety from gun violence. In the book, I also lay out how to win by investing in grassroots organizing, local leadership, and consistent communication, not just parachuting during election years. In the book, I outline 4 clear actions for voters right now. They can flood congressional offices with organized calls, letters, and town halls. You can hold elected and local and state elected officials accountable on issues like abortion rights and free speech. You can use your purchasing power to boycott companies that abandon DEI efforts or fund extremism. And you can support progressive candidates up and down the ballot who put voters over donors. And I think if Democrats can unite around purpose instead of just panic, we can take back Congress next year and ultimately the White House and reshape the political future for the next generation, which is what the goal of elected politics should be about.
Ashwani Jain, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.